Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we have an absolutely incredible dive coaster. We're looking at Alchemist, created by Roger, one of our Discord builders and a bronze patrons. Thank you so much for your support, Roger. And here they say, hi crew, I am not sure who is going to review this. It's always me when it's patron. Well, we actually might change that and do a form in the future here, so you guys can request me or say I don't care, Zelix or Johnny, or both, either or, those types of things. So if you guys want to get your stuff to the front of the line and be featured first, like these creators, check out our Patreon program. Links are in the description below. But continuing on, here they say, it took some time to create something new after a dueling coaster contest. Been busy with lots of work during the pandemic and also some lack of inspiration, but I am back. I did this time my best to stay a bit within the G-force limits, but still some light purple sections in the heat maps, but expect 95% of the guests will service. When you run the coaster, first make sure all three trains have made a lap, as it is a dive coaster that uses seat three of front row. Please walk the queue at night or sunset. The coaster itself's got the time triggers. I'm not really good with storytelling. For me, it is just getting on the freaking ride and enjoy. The barf bag is to the seat pocket in front of you. Dive into the world of alchemy, as in your family, alchemy is practiced for ages. You finally were able to come up with a feasible theory to create gold with elements of fire, water, and earth. While you come closer to the goal, dark forces will attract to your secret and want to stop you from creating gold. Ghosts will haunt you, will try to put a spell on your laboratory, try to bring you down into oblivion, and sabotage your mind. Hope you enjoy the coaster I made, and of course feedback will hurt like hell, but still very welcome. Roger. Perfect. Okay, let's get into it. Alrighty, here we are. And Roger, you said you're not good at backstories. You don't. It's not a requirement to make a backstory. You could just make an awesome creation and call it what you will. It is not necessary. It is not a requirement. It's just a bonus that people like to do. And I switch it to daytime here. What do they say? You want us to walk the queue at night, but I just have to take a second to look at this at day. I actually did most of the B-roll at daytime, as you guys would have saw, because when I opened this park up, you know, it looks menacing. It's very grim, but it looks beautiful during the daytime. I really love the vibrance here. The rock work, the terrain work, everything is so beautiful, even just the pathing. You did such a fantastic job at it that I think the daytime really highlights the quality and the effort of everything that you've put into this. So you did say that the time of walking the queue is nighttime, so we will respect that and we will switch it to night. But I did want to just take a second to appreciate all your work, because that work shines best during the daytime because we can really see that. But it also looks great at nighttime. Look how well lit that castle is in the background. Maybe a little bit too well lit, considering. I don't think they would have that kind of lighting. But maybe he's an alchemist. He's figured something out. He's got something crazy going on in there. You never know. But it's looking freaking amazing. So as you guys saw from the B-roll, I just have some panning shots of the exterior. It seems like there's a whole bunch of stuff happening on the interior, and I have no idea what to expect. I was talking about, you know, we went through a mini park contest. We went through the action coaster contest, and it's been a long time since we've seen some really tremendous dive coasters. We've seen some mini dive coasters in the mini park contest, but obviously you don't have enough room to really get those drops excelling. And we did see one in the Nuclear Winter Wonderland that was featured in a park spotlight this year. That dive coaster is definitely the dive coaster of the year so far, and probably the only dive coaster of the year so far. So this being a dive coaster specific video, that's all that we're looking at here. This is the focus. I'm actually really thrilled about this. Saw it in the inbox and I was immediately like, yup, that's the episode. Let's get into it. So we are here. He asked us to let the train keep running, and it's been running this entire time. You didn't name it Alchemist. Dive Athon, part of a coaster train. Ooh, what does that mean? Some other coasters. That's probably why you wanted us to wait for them to run through. So there's a look at all the stats. 2,000 meters in track length, 90 miles per hour. G-forces are looking good, and 3 inversions. Very good stuff. And as requested, front row, seat 3. Let's spoil it all. I think seat 4 is better. My opinion, we're going with that. Wow! I freaking love it! That is setting the bar high. That is the dive coaster to beat, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the type of coaster experience that we want to see when we click Coaster Spotlight. Look at this freaking gold tunnel. That is just marvelous. While you said you weren't the best at backstories, creating stories, I'm still glad you threw it in there at the beginning, because what we saw matched everything that you described. Even though it was short and brief, we got those demons, those creatures, those beasts beings trying to stop us from using our alchemy to create the gold. We got to the gold room and we saw the different infusions of alchemy. That one room with the red blocks and all this crazy stuff happening. It almost felt like, in like some of this area, it feels like we're mixing up elements, and it's like a science project gone wrong, and in the process of that, we get gold. Coaster design was amazing. The coaster layout's great. 2,000 meters in length. That's the type of, yes, this room. This is the type of stuff I want to see when I am opening up a coaster spotlight, you know? We want these longer coaster experiences. We're not going around and looking at a whole park, checking out shops, facilities. We want to see all the details in the experience, in the queue, in the layout. All this was created for this masterpiece, and it served it well. This is a fantastic coaster spotlight. In fact, probably my favorite of the year so far. Everything about this is epic. It's monumental. It's beautiful. You did say you participated in the contest and something about your G-forces. What is your contest submission? Dead or alive? That was a really cool experience, but it got a little messy, I remember. There was, it felt some areas were a little bit unpolished or fragmented, or you know, it was like you were working in a creative mess, and then it was a fun experience for sure, but it didn't have that polish that we're seeing here. It's like you've grown as a builder so much since that last submission. It's incredible. And basically this, the sawmill. Oh, we featured your sawmill in a recent bundle spotlight. Roger, that sawmill was great. So between your contest submission, your sawmill, which was really good, but I had some areas of feedback for you, which you said you agreed with. I have nothing for you. You've hit your stride with this one. You only took 3 creations. This is being your 3rd creation to get to impeccable quality. I mean, I didn't really see anything that I would point out saying that was unpolished or that could have been changed or I wish you did this and that. No, in fact, this is just a flawless coaster spotlight, and it has everything that you could wish for from the experience, and that POV was just sensational. A fun experience. You get a thumbs up from me. Absolutely, double thumbs up. And this is the dive coaster to beat, in my opinion. Lighting's great. I mean, I can't say enough at this point. So there it is. Use some ThemeMaker toolkit using the blocks, concrete walls and stuff. A lot of little elements in here from ThemeMaker toolkit. I love the way this room comes together. There it is. Wow, absolutely sensational work, Roger. You've definitely hit your stride with this one. Keep building like this. You'll be up in the master bracket in no time. 3 creations. Put a few more things on your workshop. Pad that workshop a bit. Maybe participate in the shop contest that we have running. By the time this video gets released, you'll probably have about a week or so left. A week and a half, maybe, if I did my math right. So get building. I want to see what you can do with the shop. But wow, you've grown in 3 coasters to this, and that is very impressive to me. Well done. Well done. What did you guys think? Leave your comments, leave your love down in the comments section for Roger. Once again, shout out to Roger for supporting the show through the Patreon program and bringing this to my eyes, front of the line. I always look at the Patreon submissions first, and that's all I've been looking at for the last while. We might, because just to touch on that really briefly before we end off the episode, I'm finding it very hard to get through all the submissions, having Zelixor doing every other Planet Coaster Spotlight. So we might actually have to bring Zelixor on to participate in recording the priority spotlights, so we get the priority spotlights out faster. We will have a thing where you can request me, or you could request him, or you can request either, or you say you don't care, because I didn't want Zelixor doing them, because a lot of people are supporting the show because they would like my feedback, and they've been watching the show with me on it for some time, and Zelixor is new to the team. So but some people might not matter to them, so we will add that option in. And definitely we want to be giving the highest priority to the patrons. So if Zelixor is featuring them too, then we get all the patrons out as quickly as possible. So that would be improving the priority submission program. Hence, you guys supporting the show through Patreon. So thank you all to all the patrons. We really do appreciate your support, and we're trying to show that by giving back and getting your creations seen. And you guys are always doing wonderful work, so it's always a joy to feature these. And that's gonna do it for my Patreon plug. If you guys want to help support the show, check it out. And I'm gonna leave you off there. Please leave your comments down below. What did you think of Roger's Alchemist Dive Coaster? I thought it was wonderful. Love reading your comments, and I'm sure Roger will too. So fire away, and that is gonna do it for me in today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.